Okay, well, I had this idea, right? I had this brilliant idea. You could say I had this flash, okay? What we'd have two posters, and they'd have two pictures of me on them, right? But there'd just be really subtle differences. Like, I don't know, maybe one day I was in a slightly worse mood, maybe had a bit of gravy down myself. Right, I've got this idea, okay? I had this brilliant idea. I had this flash, right? What it is, we'd have these two posters, yeah? There'd be two pictures of them on it, two pictures of me. But there'd be very subtle differences, like, I don't know, maybe I was in a slightly worse mood one day, maybe a bit of gravy down myself. Okay, right, I had this idea, right? I had this brilliant idea. You could say I had this flash. We'd have these posters, yeah? But there'd be two pictures on it, two pictures of me, yeah? But there'd be very, very subtle differences, like, I don't know, maybe I was in a slightly worse mood, maybe a bit of gravy down myself.
I had this idea, I had this brilliant idea. It was gonna be like a flash. I had this idea, I had this brilliant idea. It was like a flash. And what my idea was gonna have these two posters, right? I had this idea. I had this brilliant idea. It came to be like a flash. Okay, what we're gonna have is two posters of me with these little subtle differences, right? One of them I'm going to be in like a worse mood, and the other one I'm gonna have like a little bit of gravy on myself. And I had this idea. I had this brilliant idea. It came to me in a flash. Okay, so what we're gonna have these two posters of me, right? And it's gonna be like these really subtle differences between the two. You know, one of them I'm gonna be like a really worse mood, and the one I'm gonna have like, you know, like a little bit of gravy on myself. I had this idea. I had this brilliant idea. All right, it came to me in a flash. We're gonna have two posters of me, right? And it's gonna have like these like really subtle differences. You know, like one of them I'm gonna have like this really worse mood, and this other one I'm gonna have like some gravy on myself. And
Camera's rolling.
I had this brilliant idea. It came to me in a flash. I'm gonna have these two posters of me. I had this brilliant idea. It came to me in a flash. It's gonna be these two posters of me. And one of them I'll be in a slightly worse mood, and another one I'll have gravy all over myself. I had this brilliant idea, it just came to me in a flash. I'm gonna have these two posters of me. There'll be very subtle differences. One of them I'll be in slightly worse mood, and another one I'll just have gravy all over myself.
Alright, camera's rolling.
Right, I had this idea, right? I had this brilliant idea. I had this flash, right? We'd have these posters, yeah? And they'd have two pictures of me on it, but there'd be really subtle differences. I don't know, like, maybe one day I was in a slightly worse mood. I don't know, had a bit of gravy down myself. I don't know.